Hi, welcome back to the channel Fluency with Siri. In this video, I am going to suggest you 5 tips that are going to help you to be fluent in English. So without any further ado, let's get started. So all the tips that I'm going to tell you in today's video are very quick tips that are going to help you a lot to be fluent in English. These are something that I would suggest you all to keep in your mind whenever you're trying to speak in English, because they are going to take your English journey to the another level. Let's get started with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is to set achievable goals. I know in the initial days of learning this language, we are always on the high that I want to do that, I want to learn that accent, I want to be there, I want to be that perfect, which is not reality. It's very important that we live in reality, like set achievable goals. When I say achievable goals, for example, I've just started my journey towards learning English. On the first month, I'm going to set a goal of, okay, in this month, I have to speak to one person every day on the app, Sivi. Every day I have to use 1 hour. That's a goal that I'm setting for myself in the first month of the learning. Second month, I'm going to keep a goal for myself where I'll be like, I want to improve my pronunciation in the second month. The third month, I'm going to improve my vocabulary. So setting goals that are very much there in reality are going to help you a lot to not to have high expectations on the journey. When you keep false expectations, that is when you're going to lead towards disappointment. When you lead to disappointment, you will of course feel like giving up on this journey, which is what we don't want. We of course want to continue with the journey, right? If you want to continue with the journey, it's important that you set achievable goals. Like you set goals that are very much easy to achieve. That's very, very important if you want to be fluent in English. So definitely make sure you keep this in mind if you want to be fluent in English. Tip number 2 is to use language learning apps. There are so many apps that are going to help you out to be fluent in English. Personally, I would suggest you all to use this app called Sivi, which is like a holy app that has helped me so much to be fluent in English, because in this app, you can not only speak to strangers, there is AI involved in this app, which is going to help you a lot to have conversations on particular topics. There are grammar quizzes, there is grammar correction. So there are so many features that are available on this app which you can actually make the best use out of it. So use language learning apps. When you have internet in your hands, to be fluent in English, make best use out of it. And to make best use out of it, one of the ways is to use best apps that are out there. So for me, in my journey, Sivi has always been my best friend. So that is what I would like to suggest you guys as well. Please make use of this app and see how much it is going to shape your fluency. And trust me when I say this, it's actually going to help you a lot. So use this app towards your best ways possible, and trust me, it is definitely going to show the result that you are desiring for. So use language learning apps, use the technology in the best way possible. Tip number 3 is to immerse yourself in English. When I say immerse yourself, I'm telling you guys to surround yourself with more of English. How do you do that? You can do that by watching English content. You can do that by reading every single day. You can do that by journaling. You can do that by speaking every day. When you do all these activities which involve reading, writing, listening, and speaking, you're constantly thinking about English. When you think in English, you're automatically going to speak good English. And that is how you're going to immerse yourself in English. That is what immersing yourself in English is going to do to you. Okay? Immerse yourself into English, and eventually you will start to think in English. When you start to think in English, you'll automatically start to speak in English. So the end goal is to speak every day. In order to speak every day, you have to do this. Just watch interviews, watch English movies, watch skit stories. You can do a lot of things in order to consume good English content. So this is also one of the important tips. Tip number 4 is to focus on communication, not on perfection. Definitely not on perfection. Like, don't focus on perfection, especially when you are a beginner. Focusing on perfection, being a beginner, is stupidity, because you just have to focus on your improvement and your communication, how much effort you're putting every day. Be perfect in putting your effort. Yes, I'm putting the perfect effort. The result is going to be perfect is like a secondary thing that you have to focus on. But put your effort on time. Give that time to yourself, to your journey to be fluent in English, and do not expect like spectacular results. Do not expect like perfect results right in the beginning, because that is not going to help you. Trust me, put your effort on communication, not on perfection. We are imperfect in some or the other way, right? There is no point of expecting perfection all the time. So focus more on communication, more on speaking, not on perfection. When you focus more on communication and speaking, that is when you're going to be the happiest in the journey. When you try to focus on perfection, the result that you get is not going to get a lot of appreciations from you. You have to be very grateful for every single result and every small result that you get in the journey. That's why focus on communication, not on perfection. Tip number 5, which is the most important tip in my opinion, and a very underrated tip, is to track your progress, like analyze your progress. In my journey, I've always had this habit of analyzing my practice and my progress, which is very important, because you have to know where you need to improve. You have to know what you need to actually improve in yourself. And for that, you have to track your progress, like what's happening, how much do I need to improve, what am I supposed to do, is very, very important. Okay. For you to improve every single day, it's very important that you track your progress no matter what. Please keep a track of your progress. Please analyze yourself. What is the scope of improvement over here? Because this journey is not a journey of perfection. This is a journey of improvement. So you have to definitely analyze where you got to improve, what you got to improve. And for you to know where you got to improve, it's important that you analyze and track. Necessarily do not need a book and a pen to track your progress. You can just simply sit and analyze where have you been the last week, like how much you have improved in the span of 1 month or 1 week or 10 days. This is also going to help you. Just analyze your progress and track your progress. That's going to help you a lot. Yeah, all the tips that I told you are definitely going to help you a lot. These are like quick tips that are going to help you. Keep all of these in your mind and see how much they are going to improve your speaking. Trust me when I say this, all the tips I've told you in today's video are the ones that helped me a lot to be fluent in English, and that's the reason I've told you all about these tips. Truly hope this video was helpful to all of you. If you think so, make sure you give this video a like and make sure you subscribe to this channel as well. I'll come up with more such amazing videos very, very soon. Till then, bye.